snowball, but ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want. Yeah, I been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to.
Okay, Coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Darius Geis. Gets through and now an opening. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darius Geis, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set, hut, get to Pittsburgh. Check, 48, go, go. That's
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Joe Mixon. Room here to run. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mariota to throw it this time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw Mariota. He finds Beckham complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Check 26, check 26.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Geis. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, 48 right. Here we go, here we go. Check 31, check 31.
On 2nd down, Mixon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Here we go. Listen. Check 48 to Mike. Check 40. I got it. Mike 48.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Bengals 7.
no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Blue 18. 45. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Check 37. Check 37. Check 50. Check 50.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mixon with it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Hill, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners. Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary. That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 27, Mariota. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the ground, it's Geis. And he is not going to get the 1st down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott Good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 2nd and 10, Mariota. It's caught by OBJ. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, Hill. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Brian Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Elliott Good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Watch the edge.
Take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Odell Beckham, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we had that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they run with Mixon. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Elliott puts this one through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll swing this complete out to Hill.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
58, boys, 58. Coming. And 58 is a mic. Go 58.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Check 48's the mic. Gotta do better.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Buying time to his left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Bengals grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Alex Mixon running right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hollywood Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Going for the deep ball, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The back.
This is caught inside the 15. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. He may try and run, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Marcus Mariota. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. From the gun, Mariota. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Elliott Good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Elliott Good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Mariota able to find his running back ice. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. A first down throw for Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 3rd down, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back.
That's what I do.
On first down, Mixon, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Watch the twist.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but